A very small, exceptionally graceful primitive bear-like carnivore patrolling the wooded terrains and open floodplains of North America and Eurasia. Featuring an exquisitely delicate skull measuring under 8 centimeters in length, this nimble predator is built for high speed and extreme agility. Its sleek, velvety fur likely displays a cryptic agouti pattern of rich pine bark brown and tawny buff belly patches, rendering it nearly invisible when slinking through dappled forest sunlight. An alert, hyperactive ground hunter, it moves with quick, bounding quadrupedal strides, easily changing directions to pursue small prey. It targets rodents, early lizards, and large insects, using its sharp anterior molars to efficiently slice through meat and chitin. Highly territorial, it may produce sharp, raspy barks or low, chattering growls when confronting rivals. Co-occurs regionally with P. personae and P. primaevis. Perictus major is instantly distinguished by its noticeably superior overall body size, less robust lower jaw profiles, and a slightly larger dental array. A tiny, exceptionally graceful primitive bear-like carnivore native to the dense, warm woodlands and lush floodplains of late Eocene North America. Featuring a remarkably delicate skull measuring a mere 7 centimeters in length, this nimble predator is built for high agility and speed. Its short, sleek fur likely displays a grizzled agouti pattern of rich bark browns and sandy buff tones, providing immaculate camouflage as it slips through the sun-dappled forest undergrowth. An alert, hyperactive ground hunter, it moves with quick, bounding quadrupedal strides, easily zigzagging through dense brush. It actively pursues early rodents and large insects, slicing through prey using its sharp anterior molars. When defending its territory or facing rivals, it produces sharp, raspy barks and chattering growls. Frequently shares its regional woodland habitat with its close relatives. Perictus primaevis is easily distinguished from P. major by its noticeably more diminutive body frame and significantly more delicate, slender jaw structure. It is separated from P. personae by subtle differences in its anterior molar positions. A tiny, exceptionally graceful primitive bear-like carnivore patrolling the rugged shrublands, scrubby woodlands, and rocky river basins of Oligocene North America. Possessing a remarkably delicate, compact skull under 7 centimeters in length, this nimble generalist is engineered for high agility. Its sleek, dense fur likely exhibits a cryptic agouti palette of deep charcoal gray and warm sandy tones, providing ideal concealment while stalking among low ground cover and volcanic ash fields. A hyperactive and alert ground hunter, it moves with fast, bounding quadrupedal strides. It is an opportunistic predator of early rodents, lizards, and insects, using its highly specialized anterior molars to slice cleanly through tough meat and chitin. When startled or interacting near territory borders, it may emit rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts or sharp barks. Geographically and temporally overlaps with regional relatives. Perictus personae is reliably separated from the larger P. major by its much more diminutive body frame and less robust jaw proportions. It is distinguished from the older P. primaevis by subtle, diagnostic variations in the layout and crest spacing of its lower, grinding teeth. A small, exceptionally agile early caniform carnivore matching the slender proportions of primitive mustelids. It is native to the expansive semi-arid plains, lakeside scrublands, and wooded river courses of Oligocene Central Asia, such as Yulon Congo. Its short, dense winter pelt likely showcases a cryptic agouti coat of pale sandy gray and tawny buff patches, providing ideal camouflage across arid soils and dry grass. An energetic and alert ground hunter, it moves with quick, bounding quadrupedal strides, easily weaving through low ground cover. It actively pursues forest rodents, lizards, and nesting birds, relying on its primitive yet sharp, grinding teeth to effortlessly shear through food. When startled or defending its hunting patch, it produces sharp, raspy barks and high-pitched chattering grunts. Geographically isolated from its numerous European relatives, Amphicinodon mongoliensis shares its regional Asian habitat with the tilehardy. However, a mongoliensis is distinguished by subtle dental ridge arrangements and a slightly less robust jaw profile. It is easily separated from the sympatric Ampicticeps shackelfordii by its longer muzzle line and less specialized, less heavily meat-adapted dentition. A tiny, exceptionally nimble early caniform carnivore sporting the slender, elongated proportions of primitive mustelids. It thrives within the expansive semi-arid plains, dry brushlands, and seasonal river valleys of Oligocene Central Asia. Its short, dense winter pelt likely showcases a grizzled coat of sandy buff and deep charcoal gray tones, allowing it to vanish effortlessly against arid soils and sun-bleached grasses. An energetic, hyper-alert ground predator, it moves with fluid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and is an expert climber. It relentlessly stalks small steppe rodents, lizards, and insects, utilizing its functional, sharp grinding teeth to process meat. Highly vocal when cornered or actively patrolling territory lines, it produces rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Frequently overlaps across Asian horizons with its close relative A. mongoliensis. Amphisonodon tilehardy is reliably distinguished by subtle crown crest variations on its molars, and a slightly more robust jawline profile. It is separated from European counterparts like A. velanus and A. brotrostris by its unique geographic distribution and a more slender skull arrangement. A quintessential, highly energetic early caniform carnivore exhibiting the sleek, slender body plan of primitive mustelids. It is natively tied to the seasonal woodland river systems, dense ground cover, and humid forest valleys of Oligocene Europe. Its short, plush pelage likely showcases a cryptic agouti pattern of rich bark browns on the back and soft cream buff belly tones, rendering it nearly invisible when slinking through dappled forest floor shadows. An alert and restless ground stalker, it runs with low-slung, rapid quadrupedal bounds and displays excellent climbing agility. It specializes in tracking small woodland rodents and insects, utilizing its highly characteristic, razor-sharp grinding molars to cleanly cut through meat and tough chitin. Highly territorial, it frequently produces rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across its ancient European territory with several close relatives. Amphisonodon typicus is readily separated from the short-muzzled A. brotrostris and the narrow-snouted A. leptorhynchus by its perfectly balanced and specialized jaw and muzzle proportions. It is distinguished from the type species of velanus by subtle variations in its molar crown crest patterns and slightly less robust tooth spacing. A small, exceptionally agile early caniform carnivore sporting the sleek, slender body plan of primitive mustelids. It is natively tied to the seasonal woodland river basins, dense temperate forest zones, and humid valleys of Oligocene Europe. Its short, plush pelage likely showcases a cryptic agouti pattern of rich bark browns on the back and soft cream buff belly tones, rendering it nearly invisible when slinking through dappled forest floor shadows. An alert and restless ground stalker, it runs with low-slung, rapid quadrupedal bounds and displays excellent climbing agility. It specializes in tracking small woodland rodents and insects, utilizing its functional, razor-sharp grinding molars to cleanly cut through meat. Highly territorial, it frequently produces rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across its ancient European territory with several close relatives. Amphisonodon chardini is readily separated from the short-muzzled A. brotrostris and the narrow-snouted A. leptorhynchus by its more balanced jaw and muzzle proportions. It is distinguished from the type species A. velanus and the similar Atypicus by subtle, diagnostic variations in its molar crown crest patterns. A small, highly alert early caniform carnivore built along the sleek, elongated proportions of modern mustelids. It is native to the ancient, seasonal woodland river basins and humid forest valleys of Oligocene Europe. Its short, dense winter pelt likely features a grizzled agouti pattern of rich bark browns and warm sandy tan patches, offering superb concealment among ground debris and fallen leaves. An energetic and nimble ground hunter, it moves with fast, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and is an expert climber. It systematically tracks small rodents, forest lizards, and nesting birds, utilizing its sharp, grinding teeth to cleanly process its catches. Highly territorial, it frequently produces rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across its ancient European range with several close relatives. Amphisonodon cephalogalenus is distinguished from its peers by its distinctive skull and dental transition features that strongly hint at the larger cephalogale lineage. It is readily separated from the blunt-muzzled A. brotrostris and the narrow-snouted A. leptorhynchus by its unspecialized jaw-line profile, the most slender and delicately built member of its genus, matching the nimble proportions of early mustelids. This petite carnivore thrives inside the lush temperate forest floors, humid river basins, and dense ground brush of Oligocene Europe. True to its name, it possesses an exceptionally lightweight body plan. Its short, sleek pelt likely displays a cryptic agouti pattern of chestnut brown and sand-colored speckles, ensuring flawless camouflage as it slips through sun-dappled leaf litter. An exceptionally agile, hyperactive ground hunter, it moves with fast, low-profile quadrupedal bounds and is an expert climber. It systematically pursues woodland mice, small lizards, and forest bugs, slicing through prey using its sharp, grinding teeth. Highly territorial, it produces high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks when defending its foraging turf. frequently overlaps across European woodlands with its close relatives. Amphisonodon gracilis is effortlessly distinguished from the type species A. velanus and the similar Atypicus by its noticeably more diminutive body frame and much more delicate skeletal frame. It is easily separated from the blunt-muzzled Abrachrostris by its typical and shortened jaw layout. A heavily built, stocky primitive carnivore, matching the general body length of early mustelids, but possessing a far stouter skeletal frame. It is natively tied to the seasonal woodland river systems, dense ground brush, and rocky valleys of Oligocene Europe. True to its name, it features a distinctively thickened, robust muzzle plan. Its short, dense pelt likely displays dark walnut brown tones paired with charcoal gray countershading, providing seamless camouflage across shadowy forest floor debris. An active and powerful ground dweller, it moves with steady, deliberate quadrupedal bounds and is capable of robust digging. It uses its uniquely reinforced jaws and heavy, grinding molars to effortlessly crush hard-shelled forest beetles, small reptiles, and tough forest items. Highly territorial, it frequently emits deep, raspy huffing sounds and sharp, chattering growls. Co-occurs across its ancient European range with several close relatives. Amphisonodon crassirostris is instantly distinguished from the slender A. gracilis and the type of velanus by its noticeably thicker, more robust snout profile. It is easily separated from A. brachrostris because its muzzle, while incredibly thick, lacks that species' extreme chronological shortening. A compact, highly agile primitive carnivore matching the dimensions and general proportions of early mustelids. It occupies the dense, seasonal woodland river basins and humid valleys spanning Oligocene Europe and Asia. Uniquely built, it features a distinctively shortened, blunt muzzle structure compared to its relatives. Its short, dense coat likely showcases dark walnut brown tones paired with pale cream underside markings, providing seamless camouflage across shadowy forest ground cover and wet leaf litter. An active and alert ground hunter, it runs with rapid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and is an excellent tree climber. It specializes in tracking forest rodents and large insects, using its sharp, chewing teeth to effortlessly crack down prey. Highly territorial, it frequently emits rapid chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks to mark its presence. Co-occurs across its vast range with other regional arctoids. Amphisonodon brachrostris is effortlessly distinguished from A. leptorhynchus by its noticeably shorter, stouter muzzle design. It is separated from A. velanus and A. crassirostris by subtle differences in jaw length and less robust tooth spacing. A sleek, exceptionally elegant primitive carnivore mirroring the slender proportions and general body size of early mustelids. It is a permanent resident of the dense, humid forest valleys, seasonal woodland networks, and lush river basins of Oligocene Europe. Uniquely characterized by its narrow, notably elongated snout, it is built for precision work. Its short, plush pelage likely displays a cryptic agouti palette of mossy brown and warm sand gray tones, allowing it to vanish completely among dappled shadows. An energetic, hyper-alert ground hunter, it moves with fluid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and displays expert tree climbing agility. It systematically stalks forest rodents and small lizards, using its elongated jaws to easily pick out prey from tight crevices. Highly territorial, it produces high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across European forest floors with several close relatives. Amphisonodon leptorhynchus is effortlessly distinguished from the blunt, short-snouted Abrachrostris by its highly elongated muzzle profile. It is readily separated from the type species of velanus and the robust crassirostris by its much finer, lighter jaw structure. The definitive type species of its genus, this small caniform carnivore mirrors the sleek, elongated body plan and dimensions of early mustelids. It is a permanent fixture of the dense ground cover, seasonal woodland networks, and humid river valleys of Oligocene Europe, frequently patrolling misty forest margins like those of the ancient Ronzon territory. Its short, plush pelage likely features a grizzled palette of deep bark brown and charcoal gray tones, granting immaculate camouflage amidst wet leaf litter and mossy stone outcrops. An energetic, hyper-alert ground hunter, it moves with low-slung, rapid quadrupedal bounds and shows great, climbing dexterity. It systematically stalks forest rodents, small lizards, and ground nesting birds, utilizing its classically proportioned, sharp grinding maulers to cleanly cut through meat. Highly vocal when cornered or defending its hunting patch, it produces sharp, raspy barks and high-pitched chattering grunts. Co-occurs across European forest floors with multiple close relatives. Amphisonodon velanus represents the standard and specialized muzzle morphology of the genus, instantly setting it apart from both the short-nosed Brachrostris and the highly narrow-snouted leptorhynchus. It is noticeably larger and more robustly built than the delicate gracilis, and lacks the extreme jaw thickening seen in a Crassirostris. A small, agile, weasel-like primitive carnivore seamlessly tracking the open, semi-arid steppe terrains and ephemeral river margins of Oligocene Mongolia. It has a remarkably strong physique with a short, broad muzzle and moderately sized, sharp canines, anchored by a skull under 9 cm in length. Its short, dense pelage likely showcases a sandy buff or clay-brown agouti coat, offering excellent camouflage against arid soils and dry grass. A hyperactive, hyper-alert ground hunter. It moves with fast, bounding quadrupedal strides through brush to pursue small rodents, hares, and lizards. It relies on its primitive, sharp cusp-chewing teeth to process meat. When defending territory or cornered, it emits high-pitched, raspy chittering sounds and chattering growls. Share its open steppe ecosystem with larger relatives. Ampicticeps shackelfordi is effortlessly distinguished from the intermediate dorog and the robusta machinus by its noticeably more diminutive body frame and much less specialized, lighter dental profile. An intermediate, moderately sized, weasel-like primitive carnivore beautifully adapted to the open, semi-arid steppe terrains and dry river margins of Oligocene Mongolia. Aptly named after the local word for badger, due to its sturdy build, it features an intermediate skull layout with a strong muzzle. Its short, dense agouti pelt likely showcases a blend of sandy tan and charcoal gray tones, affording excellent camouflage among low scrub and arid soils. An alert, energetic ground predator, it moves with fast, bounding quadrupedal strides to pursue small forest rodents and early hares. It relies on its evolving, sharp cusp grinding teeth to easily slice through meat. When cornered or defending its hunting patch, it emits high-pitched, raspy chittering notes and guttural growls. Co-occurs in the Sandagal basins with its direct relatives. Ampicticeps dorog is easily distinguished from a shackelfordi by its roughly 16% larger body frame and more advanced dental traits. It is reliably separated from the robusta machinus by its smaller size and less specialized, less heavily meat-adapted teeth. The most formidable and hypercarnivorous member of its genus, this small, weasel-like hunter is heavily optimized for a predatory lifestyle. It patrols the open, semi-arid steppe terrains, playa margins, and dry river basins of Oligocene Mongolia. Aptly named after the local word for meat eater, it has a robust, muscular build paired with a strong muzzle. Its short, sleek pelage likely displays dark charcoal gray tones with light agouti patterns, providing sharp camouflage among low, dry scrub. A restless, hyper-alert ground stalker, it runs with rapid, powerful quadrupedal strides, chasing down small mammals, desert lizards, and nesting birds. It uses its specialized, blade-like shearing maulers to easily slice through fresh meat. Highly vocal when defending fresh kills, it emits aggressive, raspy chittering sounds and deep chattering growls. Sympatric with other primitive regional arctoids, Ampicticeps machinus is instantly distinguished by being the largest species in the genus, measuring roughly 32% larger than the tiny shackelfordi and 16% larger than the badger like a dorog. Its heavily meat-adapted, advanced tooth profile easily separates it from both relatives. A small, fox-like primitive caniform, carnivore tailored for life across the lush temperate forest floors, dense ground cover, and humid river valleys of late Oligocene Europe. It possesses a distinctively elongated, sharp muzzle profile paired with deep, exceptionally robust lower jaws built for a punishing, bone-cracking bite. Its short, dense agouti pelt likely showcases a cryptic coat of rich russet red and charcoal gray tones, providing ideal camouflage as it slips through sun-dappled fern beds and wet leaf litter. An alert, hyperactive ground hunter, it runs with quick, bounding quadrupedal strides and displays excellent tree-climbing dexterity. It actively pursues small forest rodents, nesting birds, and reptiles, using its heavy, specialized grinding teeth to easily slice through fresh meat and crush small bones. Highly territorial, it produces rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across European forest habitats with other members of its genus. Pachysynodon vulpinus is effortlessly distinguished from the tiny type species P. crassirostris and the model form P. tenuis by its significantly larger size and far more elongated snout profile. It is easily separated from the massive P. boreai by its much lighter, less imposing physical frame, while its deep, hyper-robust jawlines easily set it apart from any contemporary Ampicynodon species sharing its territory. An exceptionally large, imposing primitive carnivore representing one of the most formidable mammalian predators of its local community. It is a dominant ground hunter throughout the lush temperate forest floors, dense river basins, and wooded valleys of Oligocene Europe. Built with a remarkably heavy and muscular physique, It features an elongated muzzle paired with deep, hyper-robust lower jaws built for crushing powerful prey. Its thick, coarse pelage likely showcases deep charcoal gray or solid bark brown tones, granting ideal camouflage in shadowed forest undergrowth. An active, highly alert stalker, it moves with steady, deliberate quadrupedal bounds. It targets medium-sized woodland mammals, reptiles, and ground birds, using its robust jaw mechanics to cleanly crack bone and slice meat. When defending its fresh kills or marking out territory boundaries, it emits deep, resonant barks and guttural chattering growls. Co-occurs across European forest networks with its closer, more compact relatives. Pachysynodon boreai is instantly distinguished by its vastly superior adult size, standing out as a true giant compared to the small type species P. crassirostris or the miniature model form P. tenuis. Its hyper-robust jaw architecture easily separates it from any contemporary Amphisynodon species sharing its territory. The definitive type species of its lineage, this relatively small, fox-like caniform carnivore is built for active forest floor hunting. It is a permanent fixture within the dense ground cover, seasonal woodland networks, and humid river valleys of late Oligocene Europe. It possesses a characteristically elongated muzzle profile paired with remarkably deep, robust lower jaws. Its short, plush winter pelage likely displays a cryptic agouti pattern of rich pine bark brown and charcoal gray tones, rendering it nearly invisible in the shadows of the ancient Corsi woodlands. Highly alert and hyperactive, it moves with quick, bounding quadrupedal strides and shows excellent climbing agility. It methodically stalks early rodents and small reptiles, using its heavy, bone-cracking grinding teeth to easily slice fresh kills. When cornered or patrolling territory lines, it emits sharp, raspy barks and high-pitched chattering grunts, frequently overlaps across European woodland habitats with its close relatives. Pachysynodon crassirostris is readily separated from the contemporary giant P. boreai by its much more compact adult body frame. While similar in jaw profile, it is noticeably larger and more robustly built than the miniature model form P. tenuis. Its hyper-deep mandible structure instantly distinguishes it from any contemporary Amphisynodon species sharing its forest territory. A small, highly nimble fox-like caniform carnivore built along a fairly compact frame and optimized for forest floor hunting. It resides within the dense ground vegetation, seasonal woodland networks, and humid river valleys of late Oligocene Europe. It features a characteristically elongated muzzle profile paired with deep, hyper-robust lower jaws. Its short, plush pelage likely displays a grizzled agouti pattern of rich bark brown and sandy tan tones, providing flawless camouflage while stalking amidst sun-dappled leaf litter and mossy stone outcrops. An energetic ground hunter, it moves with rapid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and displays great climbing agility. It methodically stalks early rodents and reptiles, using its heavy, specialized grinding teeth to easily slice fresh kills. Highly territorial, it frequently produces rapid, high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across European forest networks with several close relatives. Pachysynodon filhuli is instantly distinguished from the contemporary giant P. boreai by its vastly more compact adult size. While similar in muzzle shape, it is noticeably larger and more robustly built than the miniature model form P. tenuis. Its exceptionally deep mandible structure easily separates it from any contemporary Amphisynodon species sharing its forest territory. A miniature, exceptionally nimble fox-like caniform carnivore serving as the foundational model for its lineage due to its ancestral, compact size. It thrives inside the dense ground ferns, seasonal woodland brush, and humid river basins of late Oligocene Europe. Despite its diminutive frame, it retains the deep, robust mandibles and elongated muzzle characteristic of its genus. Its short, dense winter pelage likely displays a cryptic agouti pattern of rich bark brown and sandy gray patches, offering supreme concealment. An alert, hyperactive ground stalker, it runs with rapid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds, and is an expert climber. It specializes in tracking early woodland rodents and small lizards, using its sharp, grinding teeth to cleanly cut through prey. When startled or active on territory borders, it produces high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Co-occurs across European forest networks with several relatives. Pachysynodon tenuis is effortlessly distinguished from the contemporary giant P. boreai and the standard P. crassirostris by its noticeably smaller overall body frame. It is nearly identical to the North American P. delicatus, but P. tenuis possesses slightly shorter tooth lengths. Its hyper-deep lower jaw structure instantly separates it from any contemporary, similar-sized Amphisynodon species. A miniature, highly agile fox-like caniform carnivore, beautifully adapted to the open woodland fringes, dense ground brush, and riparian valleys of early Miocene North America. It features an elongated muzzle paired with robust lower jaws built for an efficient, powerful bite. Its short, dense agouti coat likely showcases a blend of sandy tan and pine bark brown tones, providing immaculate concealment within dried leaves and sun-dappled creek bed sands. An alert, hyperactive ground stalker, it runs with rapid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and displays great climbing agility. It methodically hunts early grasslands rodents and lizards, using its sharp, grinding teeth to cleanly slice fresh food. When startled or active on territory margins, it produces high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Geographically isolated from its European relatives, Pachyssinodon delicatus is nearly identical in physical bulk and jaw structure to the European P. tenuis, but can be distinguished by its slightly longer teeth. It shares its North American creek environment with the closely related P. harlowi, which is easily separated by its larger rear grinding molars and a shorter series of premolars. A miniature, highly agile fox-like caniform carnivore, beautifully adapted to the open woodland fringes, dense ground brush, and riparian valleys of early Miocene North America. It features an elongated muzzle paired with robust lower jaws built for an efficient, powerful bite. Its short, dense agouti coat likely showcases a blend of sandy tan and pine bark brown tones, providing immaculate concealment within dried leaves and sun-dappled creek bed sands. An alert, hyperactive ground stalker, it runs with rapid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and displays great climbing agility. It methodically hunts early grasslands rodents and lizards, relying on an adjusted dental tucket with a shorter series of premolars. When startled or active on territory margins, it produces high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks. Geographically isolated from European relatives, Pachyssinodon harlowi shares its North American creek environment with the closely related P. delicatus. P. harlowi is reliably distinguished by its noticeably larger rear grinding molars and a shorter series of premolars. It is nearly identical in physical bulk and jaw structure to the European P. tenuis, but can be separated by those same dental variations. A remarkably fierce, small, weasel-like primitive caniform carnivore tailored for life across the lush temperate woodlands, dense ground brush, and open floodplains of early Oligocene North America. It possesses a compact, highly streamlined physique optimized for intense agility and rapid maneuvers through dense forest undergrowth. Its short, velvety pelage likely showcases a cryptic agouti palette of deep pine bark brown on the back and warm sandy buff undertones, allowing it to vanish effortlessly into the dappled shadows of its territory. An alert, hyperactive ground specialist, it runs with low-slung, lightning-fast quadrupedal bounds and displays exceptional, climbing dexterity. It is a persistent hunter of small woodland rodents, lizards, and nesting birds, utilizing its primitive yet razor-sharp shearing teeth to cleanly cut through prey. When cornered or patrolling territory borders, it produces a rapid succession of high-pitched chattering grunts and sharp, raspy barks, frequently overlaps across North American woodland habitats with its close relative Perictus. Draconax harpigops is readily distinguished by subtle differences in its more specialized, highly efficient shearing molar profile and a slightly sleeker, more elongated mustelid-like body plan. It is easily separated from the contemporary Alocene by its less robust cranial features and distinct geographic placement within the Aurelian faunal zones. A compact, agile, and specialized primitive bear-like carnivore endemic to the lush river valleys, dense temperate forests, and open woodland fringes of Oligocene Oregon. Roughly the size of a modern marten, it features a highly flexible, elongated skeletal frame built for rapid maneuvering through thick undergrowth. Its thick, velvety winter pelage likely displays a rich grizzled palette of pine bark brown and tawny gold patches, providing optimal concealment when slinking through dense fern beds. Highly energetic and alert, it moves with fluid, low-slung quadrupedal bounds and is an expert climber. It actively stalks small rodents, early forest birds, and large insects, using highly adapted, sharp-crested shearing teeth to process meat. When defending its foraging territory, it produces rapid, chattering snarls and sharp, raspy barks, readily distinguished from the contemporaneous Perictus lineages by its slightly heavier, more robust cranial features and distinctive molar crown profiles. It is unique within its specialized North American forest niche, lacking the more dog-like jaw lengths found in primitive conids sharing its territory. A highly specialized, otter-like marine carnivore native to the rugged intertidal zones and coastal shallows of early Miocene Washington. It possesses a robust physique with strong neck attachments and a downward-turned snout featuring forward-directed eyes for sharp stereoscopic vision. Its dense, water-repellent pelt likely showcases rich kelp brown or charcoal tones, blending seamlessly with wave-swept rocky reefs and tide pools. An exceptional coastal specialist, it maneuvers through heavy surf with powerful quadrupedal swimming motions, transitioning to a steady, sprawling gait on littoral shorelines. It relies on a remarkable feeding strategy, using its narrow muzzle as a powerful anchoring fulcrum to pry hard-shelled marine invertebrates from coastal rocks, then crunching them with broad, heavy maulers. When surfacing among coastlines, it may produce loud, bubbling huffs or guttural grunts, readily distinguished from the contemporary K. newportensis by its slightly less specialized dental stiffness array and a unique geographic range restricted to more northern coastal basins. It easily stands out from all other terrestrial members of its family, such as Alician or Perictus, by its massive ursoid skull architecture and highly developed aquatic adaptations. A highly specialized, otter-like marine carnivore native to the rugged tidal zones, kelp-dense shallows, and wave-swept rocky reefs of early Miocene Oregon. It possesses a robust physique with powerful neck muscles and a downturned snout featuring forward-directed eyes for sharp stereoscopic vision. Its dense, water-repellent pelt likely showcases rich seaweed brown or dark slate tones, providing perfect countershading in the cold coastal waters. An exceptional littoral specialist, it glides dynamically through heavy surf with fluid quadrupedal strokes and moves on land with a steady, sprawling waddle. It fills a unique ecological niche, using its jaw as a sturdy anchoring fulcrum to pry hard-shelled marine invertebrates from intertidal stones. It then crunches its catches using broad, heavy maulers that exhibit extreme structural stiffness. Upon surfacing among shorelines, it frequently produces loud, bubbling huffs. Co-occurs across epochs with northern relatives. Colponomos newportensis is reliably distinguished from K. clamensis by its more advanced, highly rigid dental tucket optimized for heavier shell crushing, and its distinct southern coastal distribution. It is effortlessly separated from all other contemporary members of its family, such as Alician, by its massive, bear-like skull profile and marine hunting habits.